about this.
This is a quick reminder that the term Immaculate Conception doesn't refer to the conception of Jesus.
And that nuance is one of the greatest engines of artistic creativity in Christian art. So Christianity was a great moneymaker for artists. Remember, for most of history, artists did this for a job, as a living. And you made that money by fulfilling a function. There was no art for art's sake in the way we think of it now. And until the 1500s, the practice of faith in Christianity required a lot of things. Bibles, altarpieces, chalices, and artists made all that stuff. But they had very little leeway. There was a lot of rules about how you depicted each part of the story of Christ, for example. Why were these rules in place? It's so that somebody who was faithful, many of whom couldn't read, still understood what part of the story you were at. It's actually not unlike a meme where you immediately know the context. So artists only had style to play with. Take the Annunciation, where Mary is learning that she is about to be part of the virgin birth. If you see a young woman and a guy with wings, it's the Annunciation. Sometimes you have the text, sometimes you don't. But either way, you know where you are in the story. The thing about the Immaculate Conception is they didn't all agree on whether it was even true. And they certainly didn't have an agreed on iconography to define how the faithful would get, that's the Immaculate Conception. So sometimes you had it inferred with images of Anne and Joachim. There are a couple of artists like Murillo and Meng who made their whole living on churning out images of the Immaculate Conception. How is this the Immaculate Conception? Well, this refers to Song of Songs, where they say, there is no flaw in you. So to show her born without original sin, she is shown among heaven, sometimes with a crescent moon at her foot, sometimes with the original sin at her feet, and sometimes the serpent. But it was this rare moment of freedom where artists could innovate not just in style, but in this way they're telling the story. And so here's Leonardo, who, when commissioned by the Chapel of the Immaculate Conception, decided, let's put her in a dark cave. I mean, it works, right?